Well, hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, one and only AR Legends. And yeah, guys, today I am back with the next part of What If Naruto Was Neglected and Had the Powers of Whis. So, yeah, guys, hopefully, you guys enjoyed the previous part of this series. And today I'm going to make the next part of it. And hopefully, after this, the next part of it as well. So, yeah, guys, without any further ado, let us start the video. But before that, I would like to make a request to all of you guys who are watching this video. If you guys are new to the channel or if you guys have not subscribed yet, please guys do so. It would be really helpful to me, as I want to reach 20k subscribers on this channel, and you guys subscribing would be really appreciated. And yeah, guys, I have also started my channel of manhwa recap making. The link is in the description below, as I have already uploaded one video on it. So if you guys like that, then the link is in the description below, as well as the link of my friend's channel is in the description below, as well as he has started to make good videos. So please watch it out. So without any further ado, let us start the video. So, last time we left off as we saw that how Naruto was to be tested by the council, as Itachi gave his report about the abilities and the Kekkei of Naruto's silver chakra, as the council was amazed as the elders wanted to make a new clan for Naruto, while on the other hand Jiraiya and Tsunade and Minato did not wanted that, while Minato wanted Naruto to be a separate clan but under his control, and did not wanted him to have too much power in the council. So they decided to propose the idea that Naruto's Kekkei should be tested in front of the whole council, so that all of them could believe what Itachi was telling them about the perfect chakra control, the 5 chakra natures, enhanced strength, and all the other abilities were like dreams for other shinobis. And for someone to have such a Kekkei it was unheard of. So they wanted to test this so-called Kekkei of Naruto, as Naruto simply was amused. So Jiraiya and Tsunade simply volunteered for the, you can say, match, as all of them simply nodded at that. Jiraiya and Tsunade had the perfect plan: beat the kid down as soon as possible, so that the other clan heads would realize that his Kekkei is nothing special, and when the clan would be made, it would be weak and they could take advantage of the situation. So that was the perfect plan of Minato, but unfortunately for him, Naruto beat both Jiraiya and Tsunade to the inch of their lives, as he defeated Tsunade and after that disturbed her chakra, thus revealing her ugly face to all of the shinobis present there, who were disgusted by that. While on the other hand, well, what he did with Jiraiya was simply, you can say, cruel beyond that, as Naruto beat Jiraiya down, his pride, his everything, and on top of that, he showed Jiraiya a bit of his power, as he powered up to, you can say, 5% of his power, as the planet was unable to take it, and just like that, it was gone. But Naruto saved Jiraiya, as Jiraiya watched, thinking that how it was a genjutsu, it has to be a genjutsu. He desperately tried to release the genjutsu, but it was not to be, as Naruto mocked Jiraiya, telling him that how his so-called childs of destiny were nothing compared to him, and they were no match for him. And after that, he simply, you can say, put his foot down to the ground 3 times, and just like that, the time started to reverse itself, as Jiraiya watched it all in utter shock and horror, as the whole planet was brought back, as the people did not remember even a thing. All they saw was Jiraiya simply, you can say, trying to attack Naruto, Naruto grabbing his arm and breaking it, and afterward Jiraiya getting knocked out. So yeah, guys, that was the last part of the series. So if you guys have not seen it, please guys check it out. You guys will definitely like it. So without any further ado, let us start the video from here, as Minato and the council were at utter shock at what they saw, as Naruto defeating 2 of the Sanins. It was simply unheard of. They simply could not believe their eyes, as Naruto simply looked towards them, as finally Sasuke spoke up. Huh, so is this the power of the Sanins? I knew that they were getting at the age while sitting around that Tsunade has not gone on a mission over a decade, and Jiraiya, well, all we know that he only peaks. So it is pretty obvious that they do not have their usual skills anymore. He smirked at Uchiha arrogance, while some of the Jonin started to murmur at that. It completely made sense to them. After all, when they saw the ugly face of Tsunade and how old she has gotten, it was pretty obvious to them that she was no longer in her prime, as Jiraiya only do the peaking, so therefore he has gotten weaker at that. They simply started to nod at that, as Minato curses under his breath, even though a part of him also started to believe that how Both Tsunade and Jiraiya had not taken missions over a decade, so it was pretty obvious that their skills has gone down, but it definitely made a hit to the, you can say, his plans in the future by using the reputation of Jiraiya and Tsunade, which was utterly destroyed right here and now. Even the council members were murmuring among themselves and saying that how Jiraiya and Tsunade were no longer as powerful as they were once supposed to be. But anyways, as Naruto simply looked towards all of them with the same small smile, while on the other hand Menma and Ruko were at utter shock as they looked towards each other, as they could not understand what was going on here. Their godfather was the strongest there, as well as their Bacha and Tsunade, and they were their students, and now all the people were simply looking towards them as if they were as worthless as their godparents, as they glared towards Naruto, but a part of them was now scared. Their older brother, well, not that they knew, but this clanless loser has this kind of power, while on the other hand, they, the children of the Hokage, were left in dust as many of the Jonins were looking towards Naruto in awe and admiration, the thing that was supposed to be in their eyes when they looked towards them as anger and hatred started to grow in their hearts. While on the other hand, Minato's plans were now, you can say, decimated, but he had to come up with new plans. After all, this new clan of Naruto had to be under his control as he looked towards, you can say, his children. But then an idea started to come to his mind as he looked towards Mito, as you can say, several thoughts started to run through his mind. It was not, you can say, odd for clans to, you can say, do these kind of marriages among the family. So it was possible, not that Naruto or Mito know about their relationship with each other, as the plans were already coming to his mind. Hopefully Kushina would not, you can say, reject his proposal that much. He would have to, you can say, come up with new plans, as he nodded at that. As he looked towards the council, well, we should take this to the council and discuss the idea of Naruto's clan as soon as possible, as all of them simply nodded as Minato flashed away along with the council, as Naruto looked towards Itachi, who was looking towards Naruto with his Mangekyo Sharingan. Even with that, Itachi was unable to see anything with Naruto's reversal of time. As powerful as the Sharingan was, it was no match for the power that Naruto contained. So, Naruto simply looked towards Itachi with the same small smile as Itachi grabbed his shoulder as both of them vanishes in a sunshine, while Sasuke was glaring towards Naruto and the attention his older brother was giving to that clanless loser. He would have to talk to his father and some of the, you can say, Uchiha members who were not happy that how, you can say, Naruto was getting the attention instead of their own prodigy like Itachi and Sasuke, so they were not happy with that. Maybe he could come up with his new plans to take down Naruto once and for all. As he simply nodded at that and decided to have a talk with the Uchiha elders. Unknown to him, that would start the demise of the Uchiha clan. While, on the other hand, Naruto and Itachi has finally arrived to the council room as the clan heads and the elders and the civilian council took their place, as Koharu and Hamura were pretty happy with that. After all, now Konoha would have a new strong clan, and soon enough they would also start to have, you can say, next generation of this clan. With this new Kekigenkai, Konoha would be on the top of the world. While on the other hand, Danzo was simply looking towards Naruto with his eyes narrowed. He had to make new plans. After all, the kid is too powerful. He also started to believe that Jiraiya and Tsunade were no longer as powerful as they were once were, but still, they were at least high Jonin level. He was not that much of a fool to simply dismiss their, you can say, power just like that, and combined, they should be easily caged level with their experience and all that, even if they were to hold back. This kid was really dangerous and he's a threat to the prosperity of Konoha. As Danzo nodded at that, he would have to take down Naruto as soon as possible and kidnap his, you can say, soon to be new children to be en route. As Naruto simply looked towards the council, who looked towards each other and nodded as Hamura spoke up. Well, Naruto-kun, it was a great performance. You have shown your Genkai, and we must apologize, council as a whole, to Itachi Uchiha for doubting his words. Your Genkai is really something else to take down two Sanis who, even though are getting on the age, were still quite powerful to at least to level of elite Jonin. So we must congratulate you. So hereby, by the approval of the council, Naruto-san, you have been, you can say, made a new clan for yourself and the Kekigenkai. Before the age of 18, you would have to have at least one wife, and before the age of 25, you need to have an heir for yourself to be, you can say, a permanent member of the clan. And from this day forward, your clan has been made. Would you like to name your clan Naruto-san? As Naruto simply smiled, well, of course, why not, elder-san? The name of my clan is going to be Tenshi. As many of the members murmur among each other, even Itachi raised an eyebrow at that. Tenshi means angel. So he was pretty intrigued, huh? As he simply chuckled at that, as he shook his head, as Minato simply scoffed inwardly, while on the other hand, outwardly, he gave a small smile. Well, Naruto-san, you would have to buy a, you can say, a compound for your new clan. Would I suggest the compound near the Uchiha clan is pretty empty, as Naruto inwardly simply smirked at that as Itachi glared towards the Hokage. Uchiha clan was put on the outskirts of the village. It seemed that Minato was trying to simply put Naruto away from the village so that he can control him even further. If Naruto has too much support in the village, then things would get a bit, you can say, troublesome. As he was about to say something, as Naruto gave Minato a small smile. Well, that is not needed, Lord Hokage. At the moment, I'm just one member, and I do not need to worry about a wife before the age of 18, so I would take care of it when the time comes. As he gave Minato a small smile, as Minato nodded at that, while inwardly he was cursing, he would need to have discussed his new plans with third Hokage as soon as possible and have to come with the new methods to control Naruto. His talent was simply too much, his power too great. It had to be under the thumb of Minato, otherwise the things could get out of hand as the council decided to dismiss themselves, while on the other hand many clan heads were making their plans to have their daughters married to Naruto so that they can use the power in the future, while on the other hand Naruto vanishes with Itachi. As Naruto finally arrived to the training ground, as Itachi was looking towards Naruto as I said, well Naruto, that was pretty impressive. Even I did not thought that you are powerful enough to take down two Sanis even though they have gotten weaker over the years. Itachi did not believe that even for a second, even though Jiraiya and Tsunade may not be on their peak, they were still cage level, not elite Jonin, as now the Jonins were simply saying that, well, Naruto had definitely destroyed the reputation of Jiraiya and Tsunade, especially Tsunade, who was, even though at the age of 50, one of the most desirable women. But now that Naruto had destroyed her genjutsu and her true face was shown to all of the civilians, the Jonins, and the rumors that were going on that how ugly she was, her reputation was forever gone. And even Jiraiya's so-called power was simply just a thing of the stories now. As Itachi looked towards Naruto, as Naruto simply shrugged at that, well, they simply took me for a fool and a kid and underestimated me, and they paid the price for that as well, Itachi sensei. So, what do you want? As Itachi looked towards Naruto and nodded at that. Well, Naruto, the Hokage has sent a, you can say, order to me. It seems that our team is hereby disbanded. As Naruto raised an eyebrow at that. Oh, really now? Where did Sai go? Back to the root, huh? As even Itachi was surprised. Huh, so you noticed that? What do you know about root? As Naruto gave a small smile. I do not know what you're talking about, sensei. As Itachi simply looked towards Naruto but simply shook his head. Well, Yakumo has decided to start her training to be the heiress and therefore decided to go back into the Kurama clan, and she might try in the Chunin exams, but it is highly unlikely that she will try this year. But now this leaves you in a, you can say, specific condition, Naruto. You can enter into the incoming Chunin exam, but that would be without a team because all the other teams would enter with all the members and you do not have a vacancy to enter it with some other team, so you would have to do it alone. As Naruto simply shrugged at that, it would be no trouble to him. As a matter of fact, it would be much better for him. As Itachi simply nodded at that, be careful around Hokage Naruto. He is not someone which he seems to be. As Naruto simply nodded at that, afterward, Itachi simply sent away back to the Uchiha compound, while on the other hand, in the Uchiha compound, as Sasuke was, you can say, standing in front of the Uchiha elders who are now looking towards Sasuke with their Sharingan activated. It's a good thing, Uchiha. Sasuke Uchiha, you have given us valuable information. It seemed that we were right about this Naruto Tenshi kid as he scoffed at the name. He's too much of a trouble for our clan, and our position cannot be threatened by anyone. Sharingan is the strongest Kekkei, and we will not stand for any other Kekkei try to overcome our power and pride. As he looked towards Sasuke and nodded as he said, "Don't worry, this problem would be taken care of as soon as possible," as he dismissed Sasuke, who smirked at that, thinking that now the trouble would be taken care of and Itachi would have no choice to give his full attention to Sasuke, which he deserves rightfully in his mind, of course. As now Naruto was simply having a, you can say, walk around the village as many of the people were whispering around him. Some of them were still thinking that how this was the power given to him by the Kyuubi, but many of them were at awe at the power they have seen and started to like him a little bit. While on the other hand, you can say Kushina was glaring daggers towards Minato, who was now at the back of the office sweating a little bit as she said, "What did you say, Minato? Would you like to say that again?" As Minato gulped a little. "Well, Kushina, you have to understand, Naruto has been granted a clan status and therefore he has been clear of any and all influence from the Kyuubi, so therefore we would have to increase the prestige and control over Naruto as well. So I have decided to propose that Mito should marry Naruto." As Kushina glared towards him, "Are you out of your mind, Minato? Both of them, even though we have disowned Naruto, are still related to by blood. And even if I were to, you can say, accept that by saying that how clans do it often, it does not change the fact that Naruto is influenced by the Kyuubi." As Minato shook his head, "Kushina, you have to understand, Naruto was cleared years ago that he is no, you can say, shape or form influenced by the Kyuubi's power." And Kushina, before Minato could speak up, Kushina grabbed him by the collar. "I will not hear it, Minato. I will not hear that. We disown him for nothing. He is influenced by the Kyuubi, and that is the final of it. I will not hear anything against it." As Minato gulped a little, "Kushina, you have to understand, this is for the good of the village, and it is good for Mito as well. She would be able to control Naruto through marriage, and it would be helpful for our clan as Kushina through him. I will not hear any of it, Minato. I do not accept it. And as the head of the Uzumaki clan, you cannot marry off Mito to that abomination without my approval." After saying that, she shunshin away as Minato sighed. While on the other hand, you can say third Hokage looked towards Minato. "Minato, it is a good plan. Do not give up on it. If Kushina insists, you can say force her by using your position as the Hokage." As Minato sighed and nodded at that, he knew that after all, he was the Hokage and good of the village comes first before anything. As third Hokage nodded at that, it seemed that my foolish students has gave up on their training has gotten rusty. They must have underestimated the kid, because otherwise there's no way that Naruto could have defeated both of them. As Minato nodded at that, "Well, I was also thinking the same, Hokage-sama. It seemed that Jiraiya-sensei and Tsunade-sama has gotten rusty over the years. After all, it has been over a decade that they have taken any mission and any training, so they must have gotten weaker." As Hokage nodded at that, disappointed in the weakness of his, you can say, students, even though, you can say, Orochimaru was gone, third Hokage was still the proudest of him. After all, he was a genius like third Hokage was, and his favorite student all over the year. Jiraiya and Tsunade has once again disappointed him, and thus, you can say, cementing the fact that Orochimaru was his greatest student. Not that he's gonna say it out loud. After all, Orochimaru was a traitor, and it would not bode well for him if he says something like that in the open. As Minato was about to say something when the door was suddenly slammed open, as Minato and the third Hokage were ready for anything, but to their surprise, the person who came was none other than Jiraiya, as Jiraiya was hyperventilating. As third Hokage raised an eyebrow, "Jiraiya, what are you doing? And why are you coming from the door?" As Jiraiya shook his head, Sensei, you have to understand, something's wrong." As you can say, third Hokage raised an eyebrow as he looked towards Minato, who was also a bit confused, as he says, "Sensei, calm down. Here, have a seat." As Jiraiya sit down as he looked towards Minato, Minato activated the privacy seal. As Minato nodded at that, "Sodala Sensei, what happened?" As you can say, Jiraiya spoke up, Naruto, he's a demon." As Minato is an bro, what are you talking about, Sensei? Are you saying that he's influenced by the QB? As you can say, Jiraiya shook his head. No, not the QB. Even someone, even a greater demon. If not the devil himself, Minato, you do not have to understand what he did to me. As Minato raised an eyebrow, what are you talking about, Sensei? I know that you lost the fight, but you did underestimate him, and you paid the price for it. And Naruto has a strong kick again, Kai, so it is understandable. As Jiraiya shook his head, you do not understand, Minato. As he grabbed Minato by the collar, he's a demon. He destroyed the planet in front of my eyes. As Minato was now looking towards Jiraiya in concern, even Third Hokage was now, you can say, was concerned for the mental health of his student, was all the, you can say, perverting around, has finally got up to his mind and started to dissolve it or destroy it. As Jiraiya spoke up, Minato, he destroyed the planet in front of my eyes. You have to understand me. You have to believe me. As Minato spoke up, Sensei, calm down. What are you talking about? We are all alive and the planet is just fine. As Jiraiya shook his head, no, no, he destroyed the planet and afterward he brought it back with in front of my own eyes. He was taunting me. Minato, you have to understand. We have to take him down. Otherwise, he will kill us all. As Tadukage sighed as he appeared in behind Jiraiya within a second and knocked him out as Jiraiya was unconscious. As Tadukage sighed, well, Minato, it seemed that he was having a bad dream as Minato was now worried about his father-like figure, which was Jiraiya. Now, let us have a small time skip as Minato and Kushina Jiraiya was present in the office as Jiraiya has calmed down a little and explained everything that has happened. As Kushina spoke up, Minato, you understand this, right? This only cemented the fact that Naruto is influenced by the QB and is not to be trusted. As Jiraiya Sensei has explained it himself, he's a demon, Minato, a devil. As Minato sighed as he looked towards Kushina, QB, as powerful as it is not powerful enough to destroy the whole goddamn planet, and on top of that, to bring it back. It is simply not possible. Even the QB did not have that kind of power. And what are you saying that? You honestly believe that what Jiraiya Sensei is saying is possible for someone to simply, just like that, destroy the whole planet and bring it back like it is nothing? I believe that it was just a Genjutsu, Sensei. You have to understand it. It is not simply not possible. As Jiraiya stood up, Minato, you have to believe me. Naruto is the child of destruction. We have to train Menma and Naruto even further to improve their skills. They are the destined children to save the planet, Minato. He is the devil. He's a demon. As Minato sighed at that inwardly as he said, alright Sensei, I will keep a closer eye on Naruto. Happy on that. As Jiraiya gritted his teeth, Minato was not understanding his situation. Naruto was dangerous, too dangerous for this world. He has to die, otherwise he will kill them all. As he glared towards Minato and looked towards his sensei. Sensei, you believe me, right? As Third Hokage decided not to say anything on the matter, what could he actually say about it? As Jiraiya, realizing that even his own sensei was not believing him, gritted his teeth as he stood up. Alright, do not believe me, Minato, but remember, I will train Menma and Naruto even further, and when the time comes, they will prove that they are the child of destiny, and they will prove and save us all. And after saying that, he jumped out of the window. As you can say, Minato sighed inwardly as Kushina was fidgeting. Minato, why do you not believe Jiraiya Sensei? As Minato spoke up, because it is not possible, Kushina, damn it. As he spoke up, now pretty angry at that, as Kushina was taken aback from the outburst of Minato as Minato sighed. We need Naruto for the good of the village. Why do you not understand it, Kushina? These are all the theories of Jiraiya Sensei. I believe that he's too obsessed with the whole premonition and all the child of destiny thing. I believed him when he spoke up first, but now he's taking it simply too far. As Kushina had tears in her eyes. You may not believe it, Minato. I believe it. But I believe it wholeheartedly and I will do anything to protect my children, even if I have to go against you. After saying that, she sunshine away out of the office as Minato sighed. This whole bullshit, he should have stopped it years ago. But now it was all going over his head and he did not know what to do about the situation now. As Tadokage was silent for some time as he said, well Minato, I'm a bit worried about Jiraiya. As Minato simply shook his head, don't worry about it. Now we have other things to worry about. Since Naruto has proven himself and the council is pushing me to give him more solo missions, I've decided to give him a mission to the land of waves. There is some trouble there. What do you think? As Kage nodded at that, recently the land of wave has came out of the control of Gato, but some of the bandits had decided to go there to try their luck and try to, you can say, take ownership of the remains of Gato industry. So they have to stop that, otherwise it could be trouble for Konoha. So they simply nodded at that, and after some time, Naruto was standing in front of, you can say, Minato. As Minato spoke up, well, Naruto, do you understand this mission? It is a, you can say, high C rank mission. You have to go alone since Itachi would be busy with some Ambu missions. As Naruto looked over the scroll and nodded at that. Don't worry, Lord Hokage, I will take care of it. As Minato nodded at that, you're dismissed. After saying that, Naruto sunshine away, while on the other hand, in the deep underground, you can say, place, Danzo was looking towards his root member. Two teams were gathered, total of 24 members. As he looked towards all of them, your mission is to subdue Naruto Tenshi and bring him back to the root. He is a danger and a threat to Konoha and has to be taken down. These are the seeds prepared by Jiraiya over the years to suppress any and all chakra. You have to use it to take him down, and if the opportunity presents itself to suppress him as much possible with these seals, as all the root members simply nodded at that, while on the other hand, on the other side of Konoha, as the Uchiha elders were looking towards six Sharingan users who had, you can say, their Sharingan activated, and one of them had the Mangekyo Sharingan. As he looked towards all of them, do you understand your mission? You have to eliminate Naruto Tenchi as soon as possible. He has been given a mission to the land of waves, and this time your leader is going to be as Uchiha Elder Smirk. At that, Senju Tsunade, as Tsunade came out of the shadows as she looked towards the seven Uchihas. All of them had the complete Sharingan and one of them had the Mangekyo. As Tsunade has madness and insanity in her eyes after she got humiliated, she had to stay in a room for over 4 days so that she could recover her chakra and replace her genjutsu. And she was humiliated. People laughed at her back, saying her ugly and all that. All of that was taking a toll on her mind and she was on the verge of insanity. She had to kill that kid. That was the only thought in her mind, and she has taken the help of the Uchihas to take him down. It seemed that the Senjus and the Uchihas will once again work together, while on the other hand, far away, as one figure was, you can say, standing over a grave of, you can say, Zabuza Mamochi, as it was none other than Haku Mamochi. As she looked towards the grave, don't worry Zabuza-sama, I will avenge you. As she had, you can say, anger in her eyes, while far away in the Akatsuki base, as crew members were standing in front of the leader of the Akatsuki. Your mission is to make this offer to Naruto Tenshi to join our organization. Do you understand it, Kisame? As Kisame smirked at that, I still do not understand why we need that brat. But if he's as powerful as you say, then I will bring him here. As you can say, leader simply nodded at that. This was the clone of Kisame they had prepared. When Kisame came back, he was pretty injured and on the verge of death, but they needed him, so they used his body to recreate a, you can say, a body for him. Well, they wanted him to transfer in that body, but unfortunately, this new version of Kisame was produced. Well, it was unexpected, but still they could use him. As leader nodded, do not forget that your original was destroyed by this kid. Well, with the help, of course, but anyways, you have to take him down. As the person simply nodded at that, on beside him was none other than Toby. As he spoke up, don't worry, Toby will take him down and bring him here to join us, and then we will be best of friends. As you can say, Pain simply nodded at that. Your mission begins today. As they simply nodded at that. As Naruto was happily trolling through the trees, unaware of, you can say, the parties who were coming to eliminate him: Root, the Uchiha, Senjus, and Haku, and the Akatsuki. Well, this is going to be a pretty much a party for, you can say, one big brawl. And finally, Naruto was approaching the land of waves at amazing speed. As he sensed something, it seemed that someone was following him. As he simply smiled at that, easily sensing the members and their intentions that were coming towards him. As Naruto stopped at the center of it, at a center of a cleavage around a forest, as he simply smiled towards the sky, which was getting a bit dark. As he noticed, some other shinobis were approaching on the other sides of it as well. As he looked towards forward to saw that a Ambu was looking towards him, as he easily recognized the signature of the person who it was. But then he noticed who another chakra signatures has also appeared. These were greater. As he looked towards one of the members, he was pretty sure that he had taken him down, but it seemed that somehow he survived. As while on the other hand, you can say Naruto simply sighed as he looked towards into the sky. I know that you're there, come out now. And when Naruto said that, as all four parties came out, each and every one of them were pretty surprised to see the other party. As Naruto gave a smile, as Haku was a bit surprised to see that the other party, as 12 Ambu of Root, as you can say Tsunade gritted her teeth, anger and insanity in her eyes as she was glaring towards Naruto, while on the other hand not even giving a damn that Root was there, as the Root was a bit surprised as they thought that the Hokage has sent reinforcement for Naruto Chief, but when they realized the expression on the Uchiha's faces as well as Tsunade's, they quickly realized that they were here to get rid of him. It could be, you can say, opposite to their own mission, but they can use this opportunity to weaken him and then use their seals to suppress him and take him to Danzo Sama, while on the other hand, Kisame looked towards Naruto. Huh. So this is the kid who defeated my original. As he looked towards Toby, Toby was silent. He was also a bit surprised to see the situation here. It seemed that Groot wanted Naruto for themselves. Tsunade, from what he had heard, and by the look in her eyes, the insanity which was shining in them was pretty clear for her to kill him. While the Uchiha, especially that Mangekyo user, he was a bit surprised. Well, he will get those eyes for himself, of course, as he smirked inwardly on that. Were here to eliminate the competition for their clan, while he looked back towards that other person. He did not knew much about him, but he had ill intentions towards the kid as well. As Naruto simply looked towards them. Well, that is pretty unexpected. As he looked back towards the road, well, you guys are just drones, so I will ignore you. And what about you, Bachan? As he smiled at that, did the beating I gave you was not enough that you brought friends to receive the beating alongside you? Pretty intriguing, if you must say. As you look back towards Kisame, well, I was pretty sure that I roasted you, fish. So, how are you alive? You know what? Never mind. As you look back towards Haku, as you said, Haku-chan, it has been some time. Wouldn't you agree? As Haku glared towards Naruto with as much hatred as possible, this guy has killed off her master, her father, and she will make him pay. As she brought out her, you can say, chakra and her senbons, while on the other hand, Naruto looked towards them. Well then, what are you guys waiting for? Let us make it a big brawl. The stronger one shall win. So how about it? It would be fun. At this, you can say Root quickly launches their kunais as Uchiha activated the Sharingan, as Kisame smirked as he brought out his new sword, one of the other swords of the seven deadly swordsmen of the mist, while on the other hand Haku prepared her mirrors and threw her senbons as Naruto smirked as the world around him started to go slow and slow as Naruto opened his eyes, which was shining with silver, and just like that, all of these attacks he dodged it like it was not even there, as he was standing at a standstill. As people were shocked to see that their attacks were simply passed through him, as Obito was taken aback from it. For the moment, he thought that Naruto had the same ability of, you can say, making himself intangible, but then his Sharingan noticed the place around Naruto's foot. It was like he has moved at hyper speeds in the same place and thus dodging all the attacks. He was pretty shocked. He was pretty sure that he had his Mangekyo Sharingan activated. Then how did he not notice him move? It was not possible. He quickly realized that this kid was more dangerous than he previously thought, and the danger as he looked towards Kisame's clone. Kisame, we have to take him down as soon as possible. Get ready for the opportunity. As Kisame was a bit confused about the change in tone of Toby, but did not question it as Haku launches herself towards him, trying to attack him through Taijutsu as Naruto smiled as he started to dodge her attacks. And afterward, as Tsunade jumped into the air, die, you bastard! And just like that, she slammed her face into the ground, shattering it apart as Naruto jumped away into the air. Several fireballs were coming towards Naruto as Naruto, you can say, made a simple move into the air as he was able to jump over the fireballs as the Uchihas were confused. Did the kid moved into the air or jumped when he was already jumping? They were pretty confused at this point but started to go through their other hand signs. While on the other hand, Kisame appeared in front of Naruto into the air with his sword ready to cut him down. But before he could do anything, as Naruto grabbed his sword and once again jumped over Kisame with the same smile on his face. As Naruto landed, as he was quickly assaulted by hundreds of attacks from all over the place, but he was like dancing around the attacks with the same smile on his face, while on the other hand, Obito could not understand what was going on here. His Mangekyo should be able to see any and all movements of a person, but his Sharingan, what it was telling him Naruto was doing the complete opposite. It was so confusing to him. He was not understanding what was going on here, and his instincts were screaming at him to not engage this kid, that he has the ability to bypass his Kamui and kill him if he so desired within a second, and he was confused by that. While on the other hand, Naruto looked towards Haku. Why are you attacking me, Haku-chan? I thought we were pretty good friends. As Haku said, shut up, you killed my father, you killed Zabuza-sama. As Naruto looked towards her, well, I don't remember killing him. I'm pretty sure that Kakashi was the one who did it. As she glared towards him, you subdued me, and that was the reason Zabuza-sama died. As Naruto looked towards her, well, that is pretty sound logic, actually. But tell you what, Haku, why don't I bring back Zabuza? At this, Haku froze for a moment as Naruto looked towards her. What's the matter? As Haku said, shut up, do not try to fool me. You cannot bring back anyone. No one has that kind of power. As Naruto gave her a smile, and just like that, he snapped his finger as all the people around him froze in time as Naruto looked towards Haku as he started to walk towards her, who was surprised and shocked at the same time. All the people who were attacking, even the fireballs that were coming towards Naruto, were frozen. As Naruto looked towards her, what do you know, Haku? I can do this. What makes you believe that I can bring back your precious Zabuza-sama? Tell you what, as Naruto moved his hand, and to Haku's surprise, as Naruto brought out something, as he simply, you can say, smiled as a staff appeared in front of Naruto's hand. As he said, well, it is still not complete, but it will do the trick. As Naruto moved his staff, and just like that, a transparent figure started to appear out of nowhere, as it was none other than Zabuza, who was shocked to see what was going on here. As he started to look around, as he said, what? Where am I? As he looked towards Naruto, he was pretty surprised. The last thing he remembered that he was died by the hands of Kakashi. Well, at least he fulfilled his mission, and now he died fighting like a true shinobi. As he looked towards Haku, who had tears in her eyes as she spoke up, Zabuza-sama, is that really you? As Zabuza looked towards Haku as he said, Haku, well, you're alive. It is good to see that. As they had a, you can say, heartfelt reunion. I'm not gonna go into that. But in the end of the day, Haku got the closure, and Zabuza was pretty content the way he died. After all, he wanted to die as a shinobi, and he did not see a point coming back to life anymore. So they decided to have their goodbye as Haku simply looked towards Naruto as he said, "From this day onward, you are my master and I shall serve you to the end of my days," as she kneeled in front of Naruto, who was a bit surprised but decided to take advantage of the situation. It would be good. And now he looked towards her. "Why don't you have a bit of rest? I'm gonna take care of the situation here. It is getting a bit boring, you know." As Haku simply nodded at that, "Master, if you want, I can help you." As Naruto simply gave her a smile. "It would not be needed, Haku-chan. I will end it right here and right now." As Naruto appeared in the center of the whole place, and just like that, an aura started to ooze from his body as the world around him started to move once again as Naruto let out a roar as the aura and of power exploded from his body. The sky darkened into dark black clouds as Naruto looked towards all of them. The only shining light that was present there was Naruto's aura. You can say, even though it was pure morning, but it turned into darkest of night. Not even the light was present. Light of the moon or sun was present. It was pure dark. The only thing that was shining was the silver aura of Naruto. As Naruto looked towards all of them, even the Uchihas were now a bit scared, and the root even took step backs. "You know, you have bored me long enough, so I will end you right here and right now." And just like that, Naruto moved, and the next thing they knew, all the 24 bodies of the roots exploded as Naruto appeared in front of one of the Uchihas as he grabbed him by the face and looked towards him as he disintegrated into silver energy. "You know, this is one of the techniques I was working on, overpowering one's body with my own energy and thus turning it into nothing. Not even ashes shall remain. This is a knockoff version of another technique, but you guys don't need to know that." As Naruto moved, and just like that, the Uchihas were flying around the place, died. As Obito Uchiha moved, as he grabbed the Mangekyo user and pulled him into his Kamui, you can say, dimension. But before he could go to Kisame, as Naruto was in front of Kisame. "Begone, fish." And just like that, a beam of energy exploded from Naruto's hand as Kisame tried to dodge, but it was too late. As he was gone, turned into ashes, as Naruto looked towards, you can say, Obito. As Obito's whole body froze, his Kamui was forcefully cancelled by the aura that was Naruto releasing, as Naruto gave him a small smile. "You know, you're the most annoying one here." As Naruto pointed two fingers towards, you can say, Obito, as Obito was forcing his chakra into his Mangekyo Sharingan, trying to activate his Kamui, but he knew that it was too late. But before Naruto's beam could hit him, a tree appeared out of nowhere, hitting, you can say, Naruto's beam, you can say, hit the tree, and when the tree was destroyed, as Naruto noticed that nothing was there, it seemed that someone saved that annoying insect. But don't worry, he shall take care of it as soon as possible. After all, Naruto was here for the fun, and he's not gonna allow boring people to get on his way. As you look back to see, as Tsunade was glaring towards Naruto, she did not care if all the other weaklings were dead. She did not care if those damn Uchihas were dead. She will make this brat, this bastard pay. "You shall die here." As her seal activated her full power, as she launches herself towards Naruto, as Naruto grabbed her face, which was coming towards him with full power, as Naruto stopped it with a single finger, as Tsunade's eyes widened, the insanity somewhat subsiding, realizing that how much of a shit she was going to be. But it was already too late. "You know, Senju Tsunade, you have bored and annoyed me long enough, so today is the day you shall die." And Naruto grabbed her arm and slammed it into the ground as she let out a scream of pure pain and agony. The ground, her body slammed into, shattered into pieces, and once again Naruto did it again and again and again as he grabbed her by the face and flew into the air. "Have a good ride, Senju." As Naruto moved at hyper speeds into the air, slam it into trees after trees and after trees, mountains after mountains, as after some time Tsunade was already dead. Even though her seal was activated, it was not possible for her, as Naruto was moving through mountains, through grounds, through trees, and all that, and he had her face in her hands and slamming it into the things all over the place. So it was only the matter of time that Senju Tsunade was dead as Naruto threw her into the air as a beam of energy appeared in his hand as he threw it towards the body, and just like that, even the body was gone as Naruto once again looked towards the place which was destroyed as he snapped his finger as all the destruction that was caused was repaired. Not even a sign of it was left behind. The bodies of the roots were disappeared, the bodies of the Uchihas were gone, and as well as the body of Senju Tsunade forever disintegrated into nothingness as Naruto finally landed on the ground as Haku was standing there in utter shock and awe. As Naruto gave her a smile, well then, let us complete the mission, shall we? And after that, they decided to go in their way as Haku was at awe at the power, realizing that there was nothing she or her master Zabuza could have done to stop this force of nature if he was even natural to begin with. As Naruto once again had the same small smile on his face as he brought out his book and started to read it. But hey guys, I will left this part here. For the next part, the like goal is going to be 200 likes and 80 comments. Do that and I shall upload the next part as soon as possible. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, peace. See you soon.